Tony from thehappyhousewife.com, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to cook a whole chicken in your crock pot. I wrote a post about it a couple months ago, and it's been very popular, but people don't seem to believe that it's actually this easy to cook a chicken. So I want to show you, first of all, the benefit of doing a whole chicken. If you want to zoom in, this chicken was 68 cents a pound. There's no way you're going to find any meat other than dog food for 68 cents a pound, so it's a really great buy. So what you want to do is you want to just open up the package of chicken, and it's a little gross, yes, but get over it. It's cheap. Good way to feed your family. And then you'll get some runoff, also gross. Make sure you really disinfect your counters when you're done. So then you want to look in your chicken and pull out this little gem of a giblet stuff, which my whole family thinks is totally disgusting. Not a big fan of it myself, but there are some links in my whole chicken post that tell you what to do with this. I personally throw it away. So anyway, then you have your whole chicken, and what I do is I just rinse my chicken off in my sink. And once again, you're going to want to really clean up the area that you've used after you make your chicken, because there is, you know, salmonella, whatever else. You don't want to end up in the hospital because you save some money on meat. Anyway.
I said bird flu.
Bird flu, yes. Okay. Anyway, so got my chicken rinsed off. I made a little mistake here. You want to spray your crock pot first. So now I'm touching my spray with my nasty hands, so I'll have to also wash off my spray can. So anyway, just spray the inside of your crock pot, put in your chicken. Now, I'm going to wash my hands so I don't have to get chicken contaminant on everything else that I'm going to touch. But basically, I have my chicken in my crock pot. My hands are clean, like I'm on a nice apron. Then I take some pepper. I take some garlic. And I'm done. Put my lid on my crock pot, and you want to turn it on high. It's always good to start any crock pot raw meat on high so that it gets to a higher temperature quickly, so it doesn't leave time for the meat to grow bacteria. Anyway, you're going to put it on high for about 2 or 3 hours, and then put it on low for 2 to 3 hours, depending on the size of your chicken. This chicken, I think, is about 4 or 5 pounds, so it's going to cook a little bit longer. It's going to take most of the day. So basically, we're done. Our chicken's ready to go, and we're going to come back later on this evening and take it out. Okay, it's about 3 o'clock. My chicken has been cooking for about 5.5 hours, and it's not ready, but I just want to show you. This is really a bad idea, but I'm doing it to show you. This is what it looks like right now. It's in there. It's still not done. It's not golden. The edges are getting golden around the bottom, but still not ready. But do you see that nice bubbly stuff in there? That is chicken broth. And I'm going to show you how to make chicken broth once we finish the chicken. We're back with the chicken, and it is finished. So this one actually took about 7.5 hours to cook. So what you want to do when your chicken is done, I don't like to take the meat off the bones until the chicken is cool, but some people don't. Some people can do it when it's warm. So what I do, this is the only tricky part, is that it really is very tender, so it can fall apart when you pull it out. So I use tongs, and then I use this big slotted spoon, and basically you just lift it out, and I'm going to put it in a bowl so I can set it in the fridge. And actually, when I pulled it out, the drumsticks fell off. So that will happen. Sometimes it'll fall apart even more than that. So then what we have left in our crock pot is some chicken broth. And this is really not enough chicken broth to do anything with, but after we debone our chicken, we're going to make some more broth, so I'll show you that later. Okay, so we have deboned our chicken, and this is what's left. This is bones and fat and little pieces of meat that I really couldn't get off the bone. So now what I did is I put it back in the crock pot, and then I'm going to add some water. Basically I'm adding enough water to cover, you can see my shadow of my hand, basically enough water to cover everything that I put in the crock pot. So that was probably about 4 cups of water. And then I'm going to turn my crock pot on high and walk away. Put the lid on, obviously. And then I'm just going to let the bones boil, and we're going to make some chicken broth. So I'll be back later. Okay, so our chicken broth has cooked all night. And now what we're going to do, if you want to zoom in so we can see this, is that we're going to basically take out all of the chicken parts. And I just use a big slotted spoon and I put my garbage can right next to the crock pot and I just dump it in like that. So this is what you're going to do until your pot is empty. So this is what the chicken stock looks like after it's sat in the refrigerator for a day or two. As you can see, all the fat has come to the top and hardened. So what you want to do is just take a spoon, scrape that out, and throw it away. If you have a use for it, you can do that too, but I don't, so I just pitch it. So after that, you will have your very own homemade, MSG-free, and all sorts of other junk chicken stock. This is very thick, so I usually water it down about half and half when I use it in a recipe. So if it calls for a cup of chicken stock, I'll use half a cup of this and half a cup of water.